This video is sponsored by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, build your online presence with Squarespace.
Hey everyone, I'm Ace of Clay and welcome to another sculpting video. If you're new here, I'm a sculptor and every week I make a new sculpture. Today I'm continuing the Monster Princess series with Princess Peach from Super Mario Bros. Now it really doesn't get any more innocent or cute than Princess Peach, and I thought this would make her the perfect subject for this series. The concept that I came up with was to make her this monster that was disguised as Princess Peach. So I don't know, it's a weird idea and I hope you enjoy watching the entire sculpting process. And then if you enjoy my content, be sure to hit that like button. Trust me, it does more than you think. So just with that little click, you are helping this video reach a broader audience, which is why I'm able to do what I do every week. And before we get started, if you didn't know, the Seamstress plush is back for a limited time. I only have a handful of these left. She's available with worldwide shipping. If you live outside of the US, email aceofclayorders@gmail.com and we'll get you hooked up. I am signing these, and like I said, I only have a few left. I don't know how many more times I'm going to be announcing this. So if you want to get her, she's available right now at aceofclay.com, link in the description box below. Now without further ado, let's sculpt Monster Peach.
Alright, let's get started. Monster Peach, here we go. Let's knock out her armature, starting with this aluminum wire. Got her arms and shoulders figured out. Gonna add a third piece for her neck, and then we're going to attach everything with a smaller piece of wire. And after we do all that, let's go ahead and bulk out her dress with some aluminum foil. Then once the bulk of her is figured out, let's go ahead and add some bacon bond to that wire and perfect her armature with some Super Sculpey Ultralight. The Ultralight gives me more control over the shape of the armature, and it gives me a nice smooth layer that'll go in between the foil and my final layer of clay later on. And just like that, she's done. Let's bake her and start covering her in clay. For the bulk of this project, I'll be using some Super Sculpey Original. Now I just want to add the extra shapes at the bottom here that kind of remind me of flower petals. And once I got the general shape figured out, I'm going to go in and add some creases in between those petals with my spoon tool. And those are a little too big at the bottom, so I'm going to cut them down with my Excel blade. Use code ACEOFCLAY at excelblades.com to save 15% on your purchase. Now let's cover the rest of her in clay and smooth everything out. Alright, once we're good to go, let's finish off her dress with a snake of clay that's going to make these sort of like bustle pieces on the side. And once that's all filled in, let's go in and smooth everything out and make it one piece. Like that. And then add a little wrinkle. And just like that, her dress is pretty much done. Now I'm going to set that aside so we can start working on her face, or technically her mask, because this is going to be a monster that's dressed up like Peach. So to sculpt the mask, I'm adding clay to a ball of aluminum foil, but I'm not covering the entire thing, obviously. Once the face is baked, I will be able to remove the foil and it will be completely hollow on the other side. Now let's trace out her eyes and cut those out. Now for her button nose. After carving out the mouth, let's shape out the lips. And for some extra creepy detail, I'm going to add some little nicks and cracks. And once that mask is done with this final nick taken out, let's start working on her monster head. Now I want the monster to be a sort of worm-like creature, just with a big mouth in the front, no eyes, and a bunch of teeth. So we're kind of covering this piece of foil to figure that out. Got this sort of spoon shape, but it works out. We're going to take a break from that for a second, make him some teeth out of cosplay so they stay flexible after they're baked and I don't have to worry about them breaking when I'm painting them. Now let's go back to the head and add some more details like these snakes of clay. Want to give it a nice gross texture.
Alright, we're going to take a quick break from our video to talk about our sponsor, Squarespace. Whether you're a big business, a small business, a freelance designer, or sculptor like me, Squarespace has everything you need to showcase your brand, sell your products, and more. I've been using Squarespace for over 4 years now, even before they started sponsoring me, and I could not be happier with my experience. Their products are so streamlined and so easy to use that managing my website, aceofclay.com, is truly a breeze. Some of my favorite features include the portfolios and galleries. In my line of work, I have to show my art to the world, and Squarespace's beautiful portfolios allow me to do just that. I opened my online store where I sell stickers, posters, plushes, and more, and Squarespace makes everything so easy. I can track my inventory, print shipping labels, I get notifications when something sells, and everything I need is right there in the platform. You can even sell digital downloads. They really have everything you need to start selling online. And at this day and age, if you're an online business, you've got to have a social media presence, and Squarespace allows you to integrate all of your social media platforms into any page of your website. So if everything I said sounds good, head on over to squarespace.com, start a free trial, and when you're ready to go live, go to squarespace.com/aceofclay to save 10% on your purchase of a website or domain using my code ACEOFCLAY. Thanks again, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. Now back to our sculpture.
All right, let's get back to those monster details. Now this is the stage where I am officially out of the ugly stage, where you're not sure what your sculpture is going to end up looking like and you want to throw it all out. I've passed that and we've moved on, and I am confident in how this thing's going to look. Alright, now that I got that alien head pretty much done, I'm going to add some Bacon Bond to the gums and start poking in those cosplay teeth with my Excel tweezers. Now I baked the mask when I was baking the teeth, and my ADHD is kicking in, so I just want to pull out that foil to see if this actually worked and I don't break it. And to my surprise, it worked just fine. The back is a little textury looking, but I paint it red and it looks creepy later. So anyway, let's set that aside and start finishing up the head. Okay, next we're gonna work on her boring arms. So I'm gonna blow through this really quick. And of course we can't forget her poofy sleeves. Alright, after finishing her arms and attaching the mask, let's bake her and start working on the hair. After adding a nice heavy layer of Bacon Bond, like so. I'm going to sculpt her hair out of some Super Sculpey Ultralight. This worked great. Once you get comfortable with Ultralight, you can use it for whatever you want. The consistency of the Ultralight was great for Peach's hair because her hair is really big, it's really smooth and poofy looking, and I didn't have to worry about like bumpy aluminum foil underneath it, and Ultralight worked great. And yes, you can use Ultralight in thicker pieces. It will not crack or anything. It works great for this, and look at how it's taking that texture. After adding a couple cute wispy pieces and her earrings, let's go ahead and bake her one last time. And once she's baked and completely cooled down, it's time for paint. The paints that I will be using are Folk Art Matte Chalk Paints and Army Painter War Paints. Now the dress painting process was pretty self-explanatory. Let's move on to the monster head. Got it painted this nice color here, and I'm going to paint the inside of the mouth the color called Crusted Sore. And then we're going to add a dark wash to the skin, wipe off the excess, and then finish it off with a nice dry brushing of a lighter brown. Painting the teeth is my favorite part because it's so satisfying, and these war paints are no joke with their coverage, especially if you shake the bottle enough. There's that last layer of dry brushing, and we can move on to the mask, starting with her eyelashes. Now let's get her yellow hair painted. This was fun because it was one coat, because I'm painting yellow over white, and that always works very well, and it makes me very happy. After painting her gloves and everything else, let's slime her up with a little bit of that Americana triple thick glossy varnish, and then we're going to finish off the teeth by dragging some Fabri-Tac from tooth to give that nice stretchy spit look. Now say it with me.
And she's done! Monster Peach is complete. Let me know what you think of her in the comments. idea came from. I'm glad I did it though. I kind of like the whole monster in disguise concept. I think she turned out pretty cool. The ultralight worked really well for the hair, especially because she's got so much hair and I didn't have to bulk it out with foil or anything. And overall, I'm really happy and I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching and being here. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Ace of Clay. Join my Facebook group Snakes of Clay, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.